Hi, this is Kurt with Friendly DevOps, a channel dedicated to talking about Linux news and DevOps related topics. Today we have a short discussion. I will be demonstrating how to deploy a Fargate instance. Here is a repository for the script that we will be deploying. Like the last video, this will be deploying an application into an ECS cluster. And very similar to the last video, you will need to have the exact same components: the AWS account ID, the AWS role that has been configured to interact with your GitHub account. The DB user and DB pass will be something that you generate. The VPC ID you will get from the VPC page on the AWS console. The name of the state bucket that you wish to hold the state. Two subnets, the zone ID, and the certificate ARN from your certificate manager. We will deploy the script by going to the Actions, Deployment Workflow, click on Run Workflow, make sure we're on the correct branch and that deploy is selected in this field, and click Run Workflow. Now that the deployment is taking place, we can go back to the code and I'll go over a couple aspects of this code. Just like every other script, the main body of the script is in main.ts, but here you'll notice a difference. Here you can see that the a file function is no longer present. The reason is because the a file function creates a file that is used by your EC2 instance to register itself with the ECS cluster. That is because this is a Fargate deployment and will not be utilizing our own self-hosted instances, but will be deploying on instances that are managed by the AWS. Now that our deployment is complete, let's go to the AWS console and go to the ECS, Elastic Container Service. And we can see that our new deployment is up and that they are provisioning a new service. Okay, our service has now reached a steady state. How can you determine that this is a Fargate application over a regular ECS application? You can do several things. One, we verify looking at our task definition, go into our JSON, and we can see the compatibility is for Fargate, so this is a Fargate instance. And then let's go to our cluster and look at the infrastructure, and you'll see there is no infrastructure available. Whereas when we compare with our first deployment, this has an EC2 running where we will be deploying, where we have deployed the our first service. Now let's go to Route 53. And we can see we have a new record that has been generated. All right, we will copy this. Go to a new tab. And as you can see, we have our SSL certification. Continue. All right, this is all that I'll be demonstrating for today. Now I'm going to be going back to our our GitHub Actions page, and I will be demonstrating how to destroy these services once you no longer need them. So we go to deployment workflow, run workflow, and instead of going deploy, we select destroy and run workflow. Okay, now that the destruction deployment is completed, let's go to the website and let's refresh the page. And as you can see, the website's no longer available. In our Route 53, the entry is also removed. Go to ECS. That's the cluster is also removed, and all the other components that were deployed along with that script. So there we go. I've demonstrated how to deploy and to destroy resources on AWS using the scripts provided. The scripts will be in the description below. Join me in the next video where I'll demonstrate how to deploy an Elastic Container Service with an Elastic file system. Take care. Enjoy. Bye.